Hi guys, Bradley from B-Rad TV here, and today I just want to talk about being careful who and what you listen to. I want to apologise about the audio on this. I'm next to a road and the Thames, so I've got cars and wind making a lot of racket while I try and speak to you. Yeah, be careful who and what you listen to, including me, especially me. I'm just a person saying things. I know it's ironic, I'm making videos saying what I think, but that's exactly right, I'm saying what I think. I'm not claiming to have any authority on subjects, or especially authority to tell you to do things. Anything I say, take with a big pinch of salt. I'm offering up things that have worked for me and things I find intriguing that I am just offering up to you that you can enjoy and think about if you choose to. When you listen to people, think about their credentials and why they have the authority to be speaking about the subject. For example, a doctor, he could look at the scan and say, oh, this is this reason. He has absolute concrete foundations of qualifications, years of experience, successful surgeries, the scientific community and evidence to back up everything he's doing. So if a doctor looks at a scan and says this is something, you can be pretty sure you don't have to take that with too many pinches of salt. As opposed to someone like me, for example, saying something before you believed anything I'd said as fact that would 100% work for you. What evidence is there for you to believe that it would, or I have any power or sway or reason to be giving advice to anybody? I don't, hence me just offering up ideas for you. And with the doctors, no doctor would be so arrogant or ignorant to say, I am the authority on this, no one in the world does this better than me. Scientists are always pushing and developing, so if the new doctor came up and said, no, I'm more of an authority on this subject, he'd have to provide the evidence and then he'd suddenly have the credentials to say he was that authority. Now, you won't get anywhere in life if you don't listen to people, but say I'm listening to something completely new for the first time and it's telling me to do something, to try and change my life. Normally I'd try and do something to improve my life, I think anybody would. So I'd listen to what they're saying. If what I have to do or what's been recommended passes my moral, my logical and my survival safety checks, I'd give it a go. And then if it felt good and worked, I might implement it into my life and see how I run with it. But I have never heard something and just done it straight away, wholeheartedly, without questioning and taking it with a big pinch of salt. And be particularly careful, guys, if you're aware that you're in a vulnerable position and you're looking for something. There is no club or society that is going to fill that hole. No religion. It's only figuring out yourself and doing and living and feeling that you are going to feel satisfied with your existence. Again, I think that's worked for me. But if you're vulnerable, there are thousands of people out there willing to come and take advantage of your vulnerability and tell you that whatever they're offering you is the cure. It could be a fancy new gym phase, it could be a new item of clothing, it could be a special sort of space watch, it could be a religion, it could be a manipulative partner or business cohort. If you're looking for something, you really need to be aware that you're searching for help or something to complete you, so take everything with a big bag of salt if that's the case. I don't think anyone could claim to be 100% an authority on something. You could be really, really knowledgeable and incredible and talented and have all the experience to back it up, but there's so many new things that are being discovered and there's an infinite number of variables with every situation, so there's unpredictability in every equation and event, so there's no way you could be an authority on it. A group project, for example, even if you're in complete control, you're at the top there, you're not in complete control because somebody under you could come to you with a fantastic idea and then you change the project to suit that. So you could say, oh, I'm 100% the authority on this project, but then you wouldn't be because you're getting help from other people. And then I thought, authors, I guess if you're a writer and you're on your own and you write a book, a fictional story, and it's based in an environment and there are characters, and you write this story from beginning to end and you finish it and you have a book and you put it down there's a story, of all the people in the world, even fans that read into it and stuff, that author would be the authority on that world, having invented it. But that's a creative product, that book. That has come from the ether or wherever, from the great beyond, through that writer into physical existence via their creativity and their typing, whatever. But I think even after they finish that book, they're going to be having ideas. Maybe not to change it, but extra ideas around that universe, around those characters. So creatively, coming from the ether, that would be beyond their control. So they wouldn't be an authority because they can't help but get new ideas. So they wouldn't even be an authority on a world they'd created. I could say I am an authority on what I'm saying in this video to you. I'm an authority on the experiences that I've had, but they're just memories interpreted by my feelings and emotions that I wouldn't put any faith in my feelings and emotions too much, so I don't see why anybody else would. So how can something so fluid and bizarre as a memory, interpreted by my current experiences, trying to share that with someone, that's so fluid and insane. I couldn't even claim to be an authority on how these words are coming out and what I'm trying to divulge. I know the subject matter that I want to talk about. I know the sort of feelings and ideas I want to put out into the world that I feel might create some good as opposed to some hurt, which is the main reason for doing anything to make you smile. And that's about it. And if you're vulnerable or not, be very wary of people who say they are the authority and the answer for you. They don't know you. What? How can anyone turn around and say that? They instantly know your life. This is regards to meeting new people. Maybe friends and family offering advice, they've got a lot more weight than meeting new people. If they're really keen, they're really overselling it, and they're so sure that theirs is the answer for you, and they don't know you, that must ring alarm bells with you. And if it doesn't, maybe now hearing this, it might make you think about things that have happened in your life, and that might make you aware of things in future. If that helps you and keeps you safe, brilliant. We listen to people because we want to learn new things, have new experiences and meet people. But ultimately, the only person that you really have to listen to is yourself. It's yourself that is telling you to get out there and meet these new people. It's yourself that's going to judge things and figure things out if they're right for you and keep you safe as well. It's you that's going to keep you safe from anybody out there trying to influence you in a negative way to suit their own means and meet their own ends. I hate to throw a spanner in the works of fluid living and just living calmly and at one and following your intuition. But if you're a little bit wary of something, do stop and calculate and figure out exactly what you're listening to, what you're being told to do if it's that intense, and the effect that it will have. Negative, positive, nothing. Is it a waste of time even? And I can see the irony in it, because I'm sort of telling you to do things I think are going to help or make your life better, but I'm really not telling you to do anything at all. Go have a coffee on a boat. Go do that. That will feel nice. Would you follow that advice? Most people would if they liked coffee and weren't afraid of the water, and they were lucky enough to be in a position where they'd worked and could afford a nice coffee. It's ironic, mad, and maybe pointless, but if all you can take away from this makes you question me, then that's brilliant. You're questioning something to look after yourself and make your life better. So yeah, I can say for this video, question what I'm telling you, and then from that maybe you'll question everything else, and it will help you out big time in the long run. Yeah. Look after yourselves, guys. Don't listen to me. Have a good day, and be rad.